Hello and welcome to the first video officially of the beginner sewing course. So in this course, we're going to be covering a lot of things, and it's going to span for the period of 12 weeks. That is 3 months. Yes, you heard me right. We're going to be on this journey together for 3 months. I'm going to need your participation, your comments, because I have a lot in store in the course curriculum. I'm going to make this as interactive as possible. So the idea is that you're going to be bringing designs that you feel that is too difficult for you. And I will pick one out of those designs and create it aside the curriculum I already have. This is an introduction video and I'm going to place this here. What should you expect? You should be expecting 3 videos every week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Now, I'm going to be touching a few things in this introduction video, and I want you to pay rapt attention. So for starters, yes, everybody will tell you all the tools that you're going to be needing, but let's first talk about your mindset. I have seen many people grow and improve drastically by using YouTube. So do not undermine YouTube because it's free and you can come back to it anytime. Pace yourself. So this is me pacing myself also by uploading 3 videos per week. We're going to make this as realistic as possible. We're going to be treating a lot of things. So make sure you pace yourself, right? The second thing about your mindset I need you to get is that anything you put your mind to do, you can do it. It sounds like motivational speech until you actually get to that point with discipline, of course. So make sure that you are consistent and you are disciplined, and that phrase actually works. Anything you put your mind to do, you can do it. So make sure that you stay disciplined, because by week 2, many people are already exhausted and tired. By week 5, many people are already dropping off. So make sure that you follow these tutorials, make sure that you follow these course modules, because they would be aligned. So this is different from you just scattering, watching here, watching there. I have arranged it all for you inside this video. Now I wrote down some things because I don't want us to forget, and I want you to have this. I want you to take note of the following things that I wrote down here. So the first thing is our community. It is nice for you to work to build yourself, but doing it alone can be tasking. So I have decided that while I'm creating this video, while we are uploading all of us together, it will be beautiful if we can come together in a community and push ourselves and have accountability partners, and we grow. So the idea is, it is not free. I said it in my video. I know most of us will be here from either Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I saw a lot of comments showing interest. Whenever you're going to be watching this video, if it's 5 years from now, so I'm introducing you to the community where we have accountability partners, where we'll be posting monthly projects. We'll be posting monthly projects for you to participate in. You would have monthly challenges, for you to build your portfolio online. That's the idea. You have accountability partners. That you see me emphasizing on accountability partners because that is the most important one for me. Growing with other people and not just wearing yourself out alone is highly important. So if I get 20 people that are interested in joining this community, it is a subscription kind of community. So you pay monthly. If I get 20 people interested, I'm going to open up the community. I'm not just going to open it up like that. The next thing I want you to take note of is I'm going to be sharing books for you to read. Yes, reading books is very important. I know there's self-help books. That one too, it will be part of what we share. But very importantly, we have some pioneers of fashion, pioneers of sewing, who, especially pattern drafting. And these people have compiled PDFs. We have PDFs free of charge. This one is free of charge. Free of charge, compiled on the internet. And I think many people find it difficult to get those PDFs. So I will be sharing those PDFs, but of course in the community. It's important that you read. As much as you're watching videos, always make up, even if it's 1 page per day, or 1 pattern or 1 module per day, that you would master, and keep trying until you become a pro at what you are doing. The next thing is get a sewing machine, because that is the basis of your practical. You don't have to buy one if you don't have the means. But if you have the means, by all means, get a sewing machine. Now, based on your level, if you know that you are in an area, I'm in Nigeria, our power supply is not constant. If you know that you are in an area where there is no constant light power supply, make sure that you get a manual machine that you can use whether there is power supply or not. Now, if you are in a place where there is constant electricity, please opt for an electric sewing machine. It is super easy. It is very, very nice. I'm not talking, we are beginners here. So I'm not talking about industrial machine. I'm talking about an electric sewing machine, a tabletop. So there's some heavy duty Singer sewing machines as electrics. There are some, is it Singer? And then there's Butterfly. So those are the most popular guys. We have other people, we have other machines too. You can check that out. And if you want some, I'm not promoting brand for anybody. If you want some recommendations, I can give us some based on your budget. Now, if you are not able to buy a sewing machine, get their 100 million more than fashion designers, tailors. Many of them will not be using their sewing machines all the time. Many of them will have multiple machines. So be a friendly person. Reach out to someone who has a machine close to you. It could be a friend, it could be a mother, someone in your church, in your mosque, someone on your street. Be friendly. Reach out to them that, oh, I want to practice my project. You can say, I will spend 3 hours and let that be it. So don't allow any excuse to stop you. Remember, someone said this to me. Someone said this to me, and it stuck like a magnet, like glue. The most valid excuses are the most dangerous ones. You have a valid excuse. You are in a place where there is no light. You can't afford a sewing machine. You can't afford to buy materials. They are valid, but they're the most dangerous ones because they keep you down. So make sure that you don't allow any excuse. You've come here, you've watched this first video. Don't allow any excuse to keep you from doing what you want to do. Now, the next thing that you're going to be getting, you need to get materials, fabrics. You do not have to go for the most expensive materials. I know that this video will be reaching even people that are not in Nigeria. So we have different kinds of fabric. We have cotton Ankaras. We have nylon Ankaras that are more affordable than the cotton Ankaras. We have plain cotton fabrics. Plain cotton fabrics are like the baseline, most likely like the cheapest of all the materials. And the reason why I'm emphasizing cotton is that they are easy to handle for beginners. They stay. If you put them and you pin them, they will stay. Unlike we have materials on the extreme, we have things like Duchess, we have Organdy, Organza. I'm not saying you should not try those ones first, but if you are a beginner, get cotton fabrics. It can be cotton checkers. I hope we know what checkers are. It can be cotton checkers, it can be cotton stripe, it can be plain cotton, Ankara cotton, and similar materials. You make sure that you start learning the texture of materials. So any materials with similar textures, once you buy your Ankara and you feel the texture, you buy this and you feel, so any material with similar textures, you can get those materials as a beginner. I forgot this. If you cannot afford to buy fabrics, get your mother's old clothes, your sister's old clothes. Let them you are practicing your fashion designing. Your sister's old clothes, your brother's old clothes, especially maxi skirts, maxi gowns. You know, those ones that have flay on them, that have enough materials that you can turn into beautiful other patterns that you don't need to, join, and all of that. Get your mother's material, get your friend's clothes, your friend's old clothes, use them, practice, get your own old clothes, use them and you practice. Okay, now let's talk about sewing tools. We are starting this journey, and whether you like it or not, you need sewing tools. I wrote down some things here that I know that you must need as a beginner. First things first, I've said sewing machine. The next thing is your tape roll, your measuring tape. I don't have one close by. So the next thing is your measuring tape. You can buy machine needles, hand needles, safety pins, office pins, measuring tapes. I've said measuring tapes, pattern paper for drafting, because we're going to be doing a whole lot of drafting. And mind you, it might be confusing at first, but do not worry, okay? You must buy a seam ripper. A seam ripper is highly important because you will make mistakes. Even me, as a pro, I make mistakes. I use my seam ripper. A seam ripper basically it does the work of a razor. It helps you losing mistakes. It helps you loosen thread. So lining materials, so you will need to line your fabrics. You've bought your cotton fabrics, you will need to line them with similar materials. In Nigeria we have MP4. So if you are in a place where, I think I'll get the international name for MP4, but it's a cotton lining. Now you can get similar linings like suit linings. You check the linings in your suits, you see that they are shiny. We call those ones suit linings. You can use satin as lining, but it's not for every material that you use satin materials as lining. Satin can also be used as a material, and it can be used as a lining. So if you can afford it, get a measuring ruler. Measuring ruler, basically you use it when you are pattern drafting. Very, very important, you need an interface. You need to get various types of interface. The beauty about getting all these things is that you can buy as little as half yard. And some of these things, half yard, 1 yard is 700 naira. So in other countries, I don't know how much they will be, you can buy half yard. So that's 350. I hope that the people who are watching this with their data can afford 350. I'm trying to accommodate as many tax brackets as possible. So if you can't afford buying up to 5 yards at a go, 10 yards at a go, buy half yard, buy 1 yard and use it to start. So we're going to be buying zips, we're going to be buying threads of different color, but make sure that always you have black thread and white thread, because they go for most majority, because they go for most things. So now interfacing, I think I was trying to talk about interfacing before. Interfacing is highly important. We have different kinds of interfacing for different kind of fabric structure and what you want to achieve with that fabric, right? So we have cotton estay. We have an interfacing called estay in Nigeria. It is basically cotton like. It has one side that has the gum and the other side looks like a plain fabric. So another material similar to it, we call it the nylon estay. The nylon estay, very similar to it, but way lighter. So it's used for different things, different things that you want to achieve in your fabric. We have paper stay, which is very, very light. We have the paper stay, we have the gum stay. Gum stay is thicker than the paper stay. It is basically paper, it can tear. In the subsequent videos, I'll be showing you different types of interfacing, and I'll be showing you how they look like on camera. So we have collar stay, we have crinoline mesh, we have different types of bonings. Now, I want you to take notes. Moving on to the next thing. Now, I want you to take notes. I'm not here to teach you corsets. If you are a beginner, you have no business learning how to draft a corset. Yes, because it involves a lot of measuring, a lot of addition, minusing, and if you've not even learned how to draft a basic bodice pattern, you have no business learning how to draft a corset. Okay, this is a 3-month beginner course, and you're going to be learning beginner level outfits. Okay, are we clear on that? Now the next thing is, if for those of us in the community, you'll be required to submit projects, right? So you must submit your project. Even if you are in your individual houses, you must submit your project. So that's all for this intro video. In the next videos, we're going to be learning a lot, right? And for those of us in the community, we'll have access to the course curriculum. We are going to be learning in the next 2-3 weeks. We are going to be learning how to take your proper body measurements. We are going to be learning how to paddle a manual machine. We're going to be learning the parts of a machine, a brief history on fashion and sewing. We are going to be learning how to draft a basic bodice pattern, because that is the beginning. You're going to be learning how to fix a zip, because those are the beginning things. Okay, you're going to be learning just as I said before, you're going to be learning the types of interfacing, the types of lining, the types of fabrics. So you will learn. You're going to be learning what all these tools that I've mentioned look like. So if you don't know the tools I've mentioned, it's fine, it's perfect. I'm going to be bringing them here on camera for you to see them. So for the community, the price of the community per month for subscription is 5,000 naira. So you can pay yearly and you can pay monthly. It is very affordable and open to all. If I get people who are interested, up to 20 people, and then I'll open up the community. Now, the for those of us that are non-Nigerians and would love to join the community, it is hosted on NestHuge, your preferred currency. So you can pay, and the link would be in the description. I can't wait to go on this journey with all of you. See you guys in our class. Bye.